I work in Hawaii as a volunteer. One day, I happily took a long journey to the other side of the island, which is 200 miles away from where I work. And then, a terrible thing happened to me. I missed the only return bus. While walking alone on the silent dark street, I was filled with sadness. I couldn't stop thinking about how unfortunate I was in this journey. I lost my MP3 player, and my nail was flipped over because of a car accident. And now I have to walk back to the workplace before 6 a.m. How could this shit happen to me? I was totally defeated by this helpless circumstance. So I choose to give up, sat by the road. Then a car stopped. A nice couple was willing to give me a ride. On the way back, we laughed and made fun of one another. They were the most wonderful and optimistic people I have ever met. Then I asked, "Oh, where are you going?" "Oh, we're going to our son's funeral." Their son was born with an incurable disease and died when he was just 5 years old. I felt very sorry. I said, "This is too unfair. He's too young to leave you." They said, "Asoon." We feel grateful that we had him for 5 wonderful years. I looked at them, and I was touched by their grateful attitude. Gratitude is the most valuable attitude. Gratitude can make you happier and more positive. Many people don't realize the reason for their unhappiness is that they always focus on bad things. "Oh, I lost my MP3 player. My nail was flipped over. And I missed the only return bus." These negative thoughts turn my journey into a nightmare. However, if I can be grateful for what I still have, and focus on what's right rather than what's wrong, my journey will be wonderful and enjoyable. Although I miss my MP3 player, I got to make more friends. Although I lost my nail, I survived from the car accident. Although I missed the only return bus, I learned the power of gratitude. If we can train our minds to focus on good things and always find some reasons to be grateful, then we can enjoy our lives. Gratitude also help us overcome the pains and difficulties in our lives. My friend Julia used to be a bad student. She studied in a terrible school and spent all her time fooling around with her friends. On the contrary, her elder sister was a good student. She studied very hard in order to enter Zhengzhi University. Unfortunately, 3 months before college entrance exam, she was diagnosed with brain cancer. Before she passed away, she called Julia to her bed. She held Julia's hands firmly and said, "Promise me you will get into Zhengzhi University for me." I promise. From that day, Julia changed dramatically. She studied day and night. She sacrificed all her entertainment and social activities to study. Though she failed college entrance exam, she didn't give up. She spent a year in Chongkaoban and finally got into Zhengzhi University. People said to her, "You must be grateful that you are not able to share your happiness with your sister." She said, "Although she went to the heaven, I know her soul is still with me, supports me, encourages me. Every time I think of this, I feel very grateful." Sometimes it's just a question of how we look at things. If we have the right attitude, we can change sorrow into strength. To be grateful, we need to learn to cherish every person in our life. Too often, we take people around us for granted. Our parents, our friends. However, if we look back at our past, we will realize how important they are in our life. And sometimes even the people you don't know well can change your life. Before I joined Toastmasters, being English was my biggest fear. Believe it or not, my English was so bad that it's even worse than anyone in this room. The first time I attended Toastmasters meeting, I was very, very nervous because people all around me were speaking English. Some people spoke to me in English, and I just said, 我们可以说中文吗? When people were being called by tabletop master, I was being called by the toilet. And I told myself, I will join this club next year. Just as I was about to leave, Jack showed up. Jack is one of the best speakers in Toastmasters. When he stepped on the stage, I could feel the atmosphere in the room has changed. His speech was not only very humorous, but also very motivational. He said, truth be told, I lived in Thailand for 8 years and studied in American school. You might think that I learned English naturally during that time. But what people don't know is that during those 8 years, I studied English harder than any other period in my life. There's no shortcut to learning English. I was so inspired that I wanted to join the club instantly. I told myself, one day I will stand on that stage and deliver an unforgettable speech just like Jack. Today, when I think of this, I feel very grateful that I had a chance to listen to his speech. If it hadn't been for Jack, I wouldn't have the courage to join Toastmaster, and I wouldn't have gained so much fulfillment and happiness from speeches. If it hadn't been for Jack, I wouldn't have the motivation to improve my English and speech skills. Nothing is absolute in our life. It depends on the way you look at it. When you feel unhappy, the quickest way out of that is to be grateful. Being grateful makes you happier. Being grateful helps you to overcome the pain. To be grateful, we need to cherish every person in our life. And most importantly, don't wait till they're gone to express how much they count for us. Tell them now, thank you for helping me. Thank you for carrying me. Just say one sentence. You can turn frost into warmth. Before I wrap it up, I want to thank you for coming today. Thank you for listening to my last speech. Thank you for helping me make my dream come true. Toastmaster of Eagle.